Right. Hey, hey, hey. Good afternoon, Earth Angels. Welcome back to another live episode of Shakespeare with Brother Gill. I pray that everyone under the sound of my voice is just having a beautiful Tuesday morning. Uh, and I hope you're surrounded by people who truly love and appreciate you, who keep you motivated and hold you accountable for the things that you project, the things that you have committed to do. I thank God for those uh, few in my circle who remind me often what my vision is, what my desires in terms of what I've shared with them are. And they keep holding me accountable, holding me responsible. I appreciate that. So welcome back to another live episode of Shakespeare with Brother Gill. I'll be looking at another cold reading from ta-da! I just uh, Stuart was kind enough to share this book with me, right? Because he realized that I was doing some readings from Shakespeare, and so I just enjoy the book. And even though uh, Shakespeare has written all these incredible plays and sonnets and things. There's a connection to this contemporary writer, uh, words from the 21st century Shakespearean poet that just kind of rings true to my desire to connect with the young people as well as those who just enjoy the language of Shakespeare and the depth and the layers that you tell his stories through. But this is a very nice book. It's an easy read. So help brother out if you can remember to go to Amazon or whatever and look him up and give him some support. Word from a 21st from the 21st century Shakespearean poet by Stuart Marshall Gully. Okay, I'm going to be looking at. Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't looked at the book today. Let's see. Where did we stop the last time? How's everybody doing? How you doing? Let's see. All right. Okay, let's look at this one. This is. I look a little homey today, don't I? I'm at home, so it's okay. Uh, still doing what I do best, reaching for my vision, for that dream. And so here we go. This is sonnet number 40. It says, let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, though, has risen, brought to pass, though others not care. Interesting start, right? Let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, though, has risen, brought to pass through others, brought to pass though others not care. Hmm? Can there be a light of connection, pondering through thy darkness glare, pressing towards thy greater height, though in darkness no longer stare? Grateful art thou, words of wisdom, only to thrust thy secret thoughts, knowing that of treasure listened, gladly accept what thou's been taught. I love that. Let's do that again. Let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, though has risen, brought to pass through others, brought to pass, though others not care. Let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, though has risen, brought to pass, brought to pass, though others not care. Why do I have some trouble reading that line? Let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, thou hast risen. 'Twas a dreamer, thou hast risen. That's what he's saying. Let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, thou hast risen. Brought to pass, though others not care. Can there be a light of connection, pondering through thy darkness glare, pressing towards thy greater height, though in darkness no longer stare? Grateful art, grateful art thou words of wisdom, only to trust thy secret thoughts, knowing that knowing that of treasure listened, gladly accept what thou's been taught. Okay, that's cute, right? Let me do it one more time because it's still broken into pieces, right? Let thy mind seek other objectives, grasping for thine breath of air. 'Twas a dreamer, thou hast risen, ah, brought to pass, though others not care. Can there be a light of connection, pondering through thy darkness glare, pressing towards thy greater height, though in darkness no longer stay? Ah, grateful art thou words of wisdom, only to thrust thy secret thoughts, knowing that of treasure listened, gladly accept what thou's been taught. I like that. I like that. Let's look at another one. Uh, this is actually sonnet number 41. It says, now that drawing has approached us, know that thy work 'twas done. Better work while thou art able. Labor older, 'tis no fun. Ever be thy present, ever be thy present mindset changing to thy wisdom's door. Must thou share what thou hast glistened? No, thy Father gives us more. Huh? Ever be the glitch of time that casts no dwelling place? For thou art ever present be in thy holding of much space. Interesting. Listen to that again. Now that drawing has approached us, now that drawing, meaning, okay, now, Gil, read the word. Now that dawning, has approached us. Now that dawning has approached us, know that thy work 'twas done. Better work while thou art able. Labor older, 'tis no fun. Ever be thy present mindset changing to thy wisdom's door. Must thou share what thou hast received? Know thy Father give us more. Ever be the glitch of time that casts no dwelling place? For thou art ever present, be in thy holding of much space. Interesting, almost. Let me look again. Now that dawning has approached us, know that thy work was done. Better work while thou art able. Labor older, 'tis no fun. Huh? Ever be thy present mindset changing to thy wisdom's door? Must thou share what thou hast listened? Know that Father gives us more. Ever be the glitch of time that casts no dwelling place, for thou art ever present be in thy holding of much space. For thou art ever present be in thy holding of much space. Okay, let's do this one more time for me. Now that dawning has approached us, know that thy work twas done. Hmm? Better work while thou art able. Ha, labor older, 'tis no fun. Ever be, ever be thy present mindset, changing to thy wisdom's door. Must thou share what thou hast glistened? Know thy father gives us more. Huh? Ever be the glitch of time that casts no dwelling place? Ever be the glitch of time that casts no dwelling place? For thou art ever present be in thy holding of much space. All right. Those are interesting, very interesting, very interesting. When I see him, I'm going to smack him because words from the 21st century Shakespearean poet by William Marshall Gully. Just some fun stuff. You read it and you read it and you read it, and then you really hear his intent. You really hear his voice that is speaking to your individuality of perception and reception. And it's just fun. So anywho, all right. So thank you guys for hanging with me one more time in another live episode of Shakespeare with Brother Bill. I just love sharing. You know, in today's climate, we all want so many things on so many levels, and I'm just I just thank God that I'm still holding on to that spirit of giving, of sharing. I don't have a lot of financial blessings yet in this season of my life. I'm reaching for some things to rejuvenate that, and so in my rejuvenating task, I'm having to ask, and it's just a different day now of asking. Not that people don't desire to support what your intent, what my intent is. It's just a different day. The scope of how to, you know, I mean, I can send you a prayer. I can give you those things that don't really cost me anything. But when we in this season seemingly, and I hope I'm not speaking ill of anything or anyone, because no one owes us anything but ourselves. We owe ourselves the best access and the best, of the best that we desire. But I'm just speaking in general. I'm understanding more and more that we are in a different day. It's a different time of sharing. And I hope and pray that my roots are so deep in my understanding, being a Christian, of what it means to give, uh, be it monetary, be it time, be it an ear, be it whatever it is, that I never get so contained that I cannot freely do that, right? And so I like to try to, even though I'm asking, when I'm asking, I like to encourage people to be who you are. We all give in the ways that we give. You feel me? So anywho, keep giving, keep serving, sowing that seed. Service. It's a part of service. We don't just have to give when we're at whatever entity we service for church. That's a wonderful way of giving. But I won't even go into what the Bible says about giving. But when you ask, ed, when you're asked to give, particularly if it relates to monetary needs, I just challenge all of us to not be so quick, if you will, to dismiss someone's asking. And I'm looking in the mirror as I say this because it's one thing as a Christian to desire and not have to give. For me personally and privately, how I was taught, it's a whole other element between me and God to have and be asked and I not give because those things are going to come back upon me as a Christian man. And so I must be able to speak to that. So you know, I don't know how I got into this conversation today, but I love you guys. Always, always, always be who you are. Whatever that faith principle is, whatever those things are to you, because I won't have to deal with it except what I project. That is your choice. That is your decision. And so I guess in short, I'm saying to myself, Gil, you live you. Give from the place of truth that is of you. But we can't expect other people to do that because they're not. I'm not them. They're not me. My principles are not theirs. What works for me may be wrong for you. And so I'm hoping that I can encourage everybody to operate in their own ideals, be it faith principles, be it sharing, be it exchanging, whatever. And hopefully the world will continue to find more love, more peace, because it's a different day. And all those flip things are seemingly the things that are celebrated. The simple things that used to be are still existing. We have to dig deeper to find them. You feel me? Anywho, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Shakespeare with Brother Gil. Forgive me for going off on some tangent. But I just love you guys. And I just want to keep, if you keep one foot in place, I was in the band growing up, and I'll be quick with this. And we were as drum majors, we would say at ease, for the band to rest. And then we mark people off left to right. And we would say, okay, you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you leave that left foot in place, right? I have learned that that's a very invaluable principle because I can go anywhere. As long as I leave that foot in place, I can come back to that root. Right? Anywho, be encouraged. I love you guys. God loves you too. Thank you. This has been another episode of Shakespeare with Brother Gil. Have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Peace and much love. Au revoir.